Hey, this is Titze, and you're listening to Paper Flower. There are days that feel like pages torn from a diary. Warm light, shared laughter, a camera shutter clicking at the right time. And then, just when everything feels still, life gently reminds us it always moves forward. This is Chapter 6, Framed Moments. Hey, I really wanna hang out with you again. So, can we meet? His message blinked softly on her screen, and for a second, the world felt lighter. She smiled quietly, genuinely. Sure, let's have some fun, she replied. They decided to meet near the lake that Saturday morning. This time, she was the first to arrive. She sat on a wooden bench, quietly looking up at the sky. It was a painting of soft white clouds scattered over a sea blue canvas. The breeze was gentle, playing with her hair. Then someone sat beside her. She turned slightly and saw him, smiling, calm, a little out of breath, like he had hurried just a bit. She gave him a soft smile. He smiled back, eyes bright. She noticed a bag with him. "What's in that?" she asked, tilting her head. He glanced at the bag and smirked. I have something planned for fun today." And then he pulled out a camera. She blinked in surprise. "So, you like photography?" "Yeah," he replied, "when I get the time, or when I really want to capture something, just in case." She nodded. I see. "So, shall we?" he asked, standing up. She smiled and stood too. "Let's go." They walked beside the lake. The light danced on the surface of the water. Birds chirped from somewhere above, and the trees whispered little secrets through the breeze. She walked ahead a bit, taking in the view, when she noticed him crouched down on one knee, adjusting the camera lens, completely absorbed in a frame. She walked up behind him, hands on her hips. "Oh my God, what a passionate photographer you are." He looked up from the camera with a half-amused expression. "Are you teasing me?" She tried to hold back a laugh. "No, not at all." And then added with a playful grin, "Well, it would be so nice to get some photos clicked by such a dedicated photographer, don't you think?" He looked at her for a moment, smiling softly, but didn't reply. She held the silence a few seconds longer, then laughed again. All right, I was joking." By the time they returned to the bench, the sky had turned golden. The sun was beginning to dip, and the lake shimmered with the evening light. She sat back and stretched her arms. "May I look at the pictures, Mr. Photographer?" she asked with a bright smile. "Sure," he replied, handing her the camera. She leaned in, fully focused, as she scrolled through the pictures. Her eyes sparkled as she paused here and there, quietly appreciating the details. He was watching her now, not the camera, not the sky, just her. And suddenly, his smile faded over so slightly. "You know," he said gently, "there's something I need to tell you." Still looking at the pictures, she replied, "Yeah, what is it?" He hesitated for a breath, then said, "My flight is on Tuesday. I have to go back." Her fingers froze. The soft smile disappeared. She looked up at him. "Tuesday?" "Yeah, just 2 more days here." She didn't say anything at first, just nodded, eyes falling back to the screen, pretending to still look at the pictures. He glanced away, up toward the sky, as if searching for words he didn't know how to say. She was still scrolling, now aimlessly, just something to focus on, to avoid her racing thoughts. And then her hand stilled. There it was, a candid of her, standing near the lake, hair slightly tousled by the wind, sunlight glancing off her cheek. She hadn't known he would clicked it. It was beautiful. She stared at it. A small tear escaped silently, trailing down her cheek. She didn't wipe it away. Some moments are beautiful because they're fleeting, and some feelings remain unspoken not because they're forgotten, but because they are too precious to be rushed. This was chapter 6, Framed Moments. I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.